£5. Are you kidding me?
Hello folks and welcome back to another video on the channel. Now today it is finally time to take the little Mark II MX-5 on its road trip down to the Lake District. Now I'm not just myself, I'm joined with my girlfriend Amy, who is behind the camera. Unfortunately we've lost the weather. We had amazing weather all weekend, it was like 30 degrees, but now we've got rain. But we're not going to let that dampen our spirits. But anyway, if you missed the first video we made on this car, I set myself a challenge to buy a retro car for £1,500. I managed to get this for £1,350 and it's been an absolute dream so far. So we used it over the weekend and it was brilliant. But now it's the real test. We're taking it down south to the Lake District. There's some amazing views down there, amazing landmarks to see as well, and some amazing roads to drive this little fun car on. So we're about to set off and get on the trip. But before we get there, I'm going to take these back to when I had to pack the car this morning and put the fuel in it. So for this trip to the Lake District, we're going to be camping and I need to take a few things, as you can clearly see. But the MX-5 is a pretty small car, and if you've never seen the inside of the boot on these, they're pretty small. Check this out. Yeah, if we lift the boot up, that is all the boot space you get. It is not the biggest, but it could definitely be worse. So I need to try my best at fitting all of this stuff into here. And that's even without any Amy's clothes or anything, so this is going to be quite the task, but I'm sure I'll get it. And if worst comes to worst, I did add the boot rack as well, so we can always bungee cord stuff onto there. But hopefully we can get everything in the boot. Let's do this. Surprisingly, that actually went pretty well. I managed to get everything that I need in the boot. We've got the cooker, the sleeping bags, the tiny wee tent, all the cooking stuff and supplies in that, and my bag as well. So all we need to do is get Amy's stuff into here and we should be good for the road trip. Obviously the depth isn't great on this boot, it's not very deep. As you can see, my bag's literally at the top of the boot, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. And as I say, the boot rack is there just in case, but I'm hoping that we don't need to use that because I wouldn't want stuff flying off the back. Right, we're at the fuel station, we're about to set off on the trip, but I'm going to full tank the car. We're about a quarter there now, so we'll see how much this costs and we'll see how long it lasts as well, but I don't know. It seems alright on fuel though, it was alright yesterday and stuff, but we'll go and see what it's like now. So we're in the car now and this is the setup we're working with in here. Amy's got her watermelon. But we've got a bit of space back here, so once the roof's up you actually get like a wee cubby hole back there. So Amy's jacket's back there, into the footwell. Amy's feet are pretty full down there. And then obviously the boot's jam packed as well. But we've not had to use the boot rack yet, but that might come in handy a bit later on. But for now, Amy's going to get our lunch. Bit of a weird lunch, but bye. We'll get on the road and get towards the Lake District. Let's go. So we're now on the road in the MX-5. We've took the route on the A7. It's a slower route than the main one that you can take down the A roads, but this is a bit a better drive. We've done this one before, and it's more back roads, so that's more fun. But we've hit a bit of traffic towards the Galashiels area, but it's not going to dampen our spirits. Got my wee buddy here anyway, so aye, we'll wait for this to clear and then we'll get on with the drive. We had now made it through the traffic and it was absolutely chucking it down, but we still kept going. So we made it through that big bit of traffic now. We're on the A7, we're stuck behind the lorry, and there's no clearance to get past it. But that's alright. It's been a good drive so far, apart from the wet. But aye, having a good time. What about you, Amy?
Yep.
Yep. Cool. Let's keep going. Right, so we are now in Longtown, and we're going for the wee centre bit. I've no idea where we are, by the way. I just seen the sign, but I also seen a wee cafe, so we're going to pull over to the side, and then hopefully we can get some food there. We then stopped off in a local cafe for some lunch. Amy bought just about every drink in the place. I got a Vimto, an egg mayonnaise roll, and Amy got a pie. So had some cakes as well, and then it was time to get back on the road. Wow, oh my god, our first motorway off the trip. We're finally off the back roads, and yeah, and it's 3 lanes as well because we're in England. Pretty weird. We only really get this in Glasgow in Scotland. There was only about an hour's left of the drive till we got to the Lake District, so we weren't far away. As we got closer to the lakes, the weather then started to brighten up, which really cheered up the mood. Right, so I'm not expert, but I see a lake over there, so I think we've arrived at the Lake District. Now, Amy's managed to find a campsite for us to go look at. There's no advance booking, so it's first come first serve. So we're going to go and drive to it, and then see if we can get a wee spot there for our wee tiny tent and our wee car. So aye, it's just round the other side of the lake, so we'll make our way around there, but it's a nice drive as well. There's loads of nice views while you're getting there. But there's something nice to pair the roads with as well, and it's an MX-5 with a wee exhaust and an air filter. We then got towards the campsite, and that's where the nice roads ended. Right, Amy's took us down some dodgy bridge. Is it even going to hold? Oh my god, look at the water. This is apparently where the road is to the campsite. Okay then. So up that wee road was in fact the wrong way. There was a dead end there, it was a private road, so we're going back up now. We came down another road for this campsite, and we're giving up because it was literally a tiny wee road. But look at this bridge that we've got to cross over. The rickety bridge. Nice views. But aye, we've decided we're just going to go to one of the campsites that have a sign on the side of the road and then go in there. Because like that one was literally up that farm road, and then you just left your car and you had to walk to the campsite. So I think that's the one for us, but it was scraping on the road in here, so try and not let that happen. Right, it should be fine now. Okay, we'll go and find another campsite. So we got back on the road, made our way all the way back around to the other side of the lakes, and luckily we managed to find a campsite for the night. We were going to be staying at Ullswater Holiday Park, and already we were off to a better start because we actually managed to make it to the campsite. So we've now arrived at the reception of the campsite. we're going to go in and see if we can get a space for tonight. But look at the state of the MX-5. Monkey. Ooh. Right, so we managed to get a camping spot here at
Allswater Holiday Park.
Yeah, Allswater Holiday Park. And then the gate's just there, so we'll get down and pitch up. But the map's pretty big, so we can pick for a lot of places. So I think we're going to go here because that's facing towards the actual lake. Or we can go here, here, here. But aye, we'll figure it out. So this is a spot we've ended up picking for pitching the tent. Got a wee tree, well, a big massive tree here. Amy's in the car. There's a couple other tents, but there was loads of bits to choose for in this campsite. But I think this is a decent bit because the toilets and that are just round there, and then main reception and stuff's just there. So it's a nice wee central bit. But in terms of the MX-5, I have to give it to it. It's done really, really well, and it's getting a well-deserved break now that we're at the campsite. But it is absolutely minging. Look at the state of it. But it's done a lot of miles, well over 100 miles today anyway. But aye, it's minging, and I can't wait to clean it once we get back, to be fair. But aye, fair play to the wee MX-5. Just bought it the other day and we're already taking it on a big road trip. Right, we'll get this tent pitched anyway. Look at this, it's so tiny.
Compared to like all the rest
Yeah,
of them.
that is the whole bag, the whole tent for
This
our
is me
night.
and Nathan there, like 2 little sardines.
Yeah, with our sleeping bags, and then look at the rest of the tents. It's very fitting with the car, and it's a red tent, so we're going colour match to ideal. So we're actually going to go out for dinner tonight instead of making something on the cooker, but in the meantime we're going to make some tea. So I've got some water in the little kettle, I've got the cooker out, and I'm going to make some tea for me and Amy, so let's do that. So we've now arrived at the place for dinner. It's called the Black and Rig Inn. We've parked the MX-5 up. It was literally 1 minute down the road, but look at this for a view. What a view. So there is the inn there, and then that is the view that you get from it. But driving this MX-5 over the past few days, it's been an amazing experience. Having the roof down, it's completely different to anything I've driven before, and it's one of the best driving experiences I've ever had actually. Such a fun car, but we'll get in and get some dinner now. Yum. Right, that's dinner finished. That was absolutely brilliant. Amy, rating out of 10 for your burger.
8 because they put some random tomato shit. It had pickles.
And I'm going to go 8 as well. It was decent, but
It was just a bit crunchy.
nah, I liked it.
Oh.
It was perfect. But yeah, we need to go to the shop now to get breakfast stuff for tomorrow. But I didn't mind driving because it's absolutely beautiful. So we'll get on the road and get to the shop. So we have now arrived at the Morrison's Daily. Going to get some supplies, snacks, breakfast stuff. I think that's about it really, but we'll get in and get the stuff. Right, we've got pretty much all our supplies: bacon, flapjacks, socks, water and rolls. Right, so we'll get back on the road now, and then we're going to go to that wee village that we had went past earlier and go for a wee stroll there, and then we'll get back to the campsite and play baton. We then ended up at a nice little part at the side of one of the lakes and threw some rocks. Oh. Rock. investigated.
Stone.
That was good.
That was the best
Right.
one you've done.
We're gonna go home now. Not home, back to the caravan site. Let's go. Right, so it's now 10 o'clock and that is pretty much our night came to a close. The roof's back up on the MX-5, everyone's locked away, and then me and Amy are just going to hit the hay in the little tent. But we're probably going to watch a movie in that. But alright, I hope you are enjoying this video so far. It's been a lot of fun so far, getting to obviously the Lake District, but I can't wait for tomorrow. I'm going to do some random stuff and then we'll head back home. But it's been a blast so far, so I hope you are enjoying it. But for now, I'm going to get to bed. Well, it's now the morning after the day before and it is absolutely peeing it down. We've came to hide in the MX-5 because the tent is absolutely soaked. Everyone was soaked inside the tent, the iPads and all that. All their sleeping bags, blankets, jackets and that. Luckily, the MX-5's convertible roof has held the water out for the most part, except for some rubber seals. But it's damp. My shoes are soaked as well, they were in the tent. It's just a big puddle in the bottom of them, so brilliant. But aye, we'll get on with our day now.
So we're now making our breakfast in a little hot thing. Making bacon. We have rolls and tea.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We were actually really lucky to have this shelter space in the campsite. It was really good for making the breakfast. And as Amy said, we were making bacon rolls. Now we usually would have went for a breakfast pack, but they didn't seem to have any down here. But nonetheless, it was a great breakfast and it set us right up for the rest of the day. Right, so now that we've had our breakfast, cleaned up all the dishes, and I've actually went for a shower as well. It was brilliant. I now need to put the tent away. It is absolutely soaking. Look at the state of it. We've actually got a wee puddle starting on the outside as well. I mean, it looks sorry for itself. So I'm going to pack this up now. It's going to be a faff, but it has to be done. And then that is us packed up and we can get back on the road. Well, there we have it. That is the tent all packed away. That was a good wee camping spot that. I like this campsite as well. But it was obviously rather damp, so we're going to hop in the car now and head to the first location of the day, which I think we're going to go to a waterfall that isn't too far away. So we are at the first location of today. We are at Era Waterfalls, Era Force Waterfalls, something like that. We're working on the path to it now. It's still damp, but it's not very damp in our spirits. I can hear some sort of waterfall, so we should be near it, so let's go and find it. So we got on the path towards the waterfall and it ended up being a lot further away than we first expected, but it wasn't an issue because the scenery was really nice. We continued the route, climbing higher and higher until we reached the waterfall. And how cool is that? This is something we've never seen before. Well, that was the waterfalls, that was pretty cool. We're back in the MX-5 now though, it is still raining, but we're going to get on the road and I think we're going to go to Windermere because that is the main sort of place of the Lake District. It's got the biggest lake, so we'll go there and take a wee look about, get some lunch and that, and then see where the day takes us, but pretty good so far. Wow, we are on our way to Windermere right now and it is absolutely chucking it down. Look at that, amazing here. This drive to Windermere wasn't going to be as nice as it normally would be. The road was completely soaking, leading to big puddles in the road, which isn't nice in any normal car. But we're in an MX-5, the car's really small and the puddles were practically eating the car. It doesn't help that the windows in MX-5s fog up really easily. The only positive is that this car's got Uniroyal Rain Sport tyres, so we should be okay. And luckily, we managed to make it through those tight little back roads and eventually arrive in Windermere. So we've now arrived in Windermere. We've just parked up, paid for parking and that, after the machine was a bit of a nightmare. But we're going to go and explore, get some lunch and that, and then see what we can see. So we've done some exploring in and around Windermere, and obviously Amy's first find was a shop that had jelly cats. We then ended up stopping off for some lunch. Amy got a latte, I got a cup of tea, and then we also got some amazing looking food as well. Amy got some sweet French toast and hash browns, and I got some banana bread. After our lunch, Amy then bought some jelly cats, which she was rather chuffed about, and then we made our way to Bowness on Windermere, which was just a wee bit further down. Right, so we're now in Bowness on Windermere. This is a wee bit further down the road, but there's a lot more stuff going on here, I think. So we're just taking a look around some of the shops, and then we can actually go and look at one of the lake here as well, which is the biggest one that they have, so we'll go and have a look. And it was really nice here. This is the UK's biggest lake, and you can see the wildlife is right in front of you. So that's us had a little look around Bowness on Windermere. It's pretty good, yep. Loads of different places to go. Like it? Yep. 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 But we're now going to head sort of back up the way back towards Scotland, but we're going to stop at Ambleside on our way there, because that's meant to be really nice. It's a wee sort of village, I think. And I've seen it, I've only ever seen it on Forza Horizon 4 the game. I can some of you will have played that, right? But Amy thinks I'm a pure nerd, but aye, I want to go and see it in person, so we'll go there. And an update on fuel, by the way, I forgot to show you, but we're just over half a tank still, which is really good. I think, what would we pay? It was something like £56 to fill up the tank, so that's not bad, and we've still got half a tank. And we've done some driving last night. Yeah. So, but yeah, so for going back up the road, I think we might be alright on fuel. Maybe have to do one fill up for a wee bit. But I'm really impressed, to be fair, so yeah, let's get to Ambleside. So we're now in the wee centre of Ambleside, and I've not seen any familiar spots so far, but it's really pretty as well. All the wee village sort of town places are really pretty here. It's really nice, but they're also really busy with traffic because they're mostly one ways, so aye, weird. Unfortunately, this was our last stop of the trip because it was getting to the evening and places were shutting, but I think it was a perfect stop to make as well. It was only about 15 minutes up the road and it was back towards Scotland. So that's us in Ambleside now. We're taking a wee walk through. It's a lot smaller here, but it's pretty cool as well. We had just seen the little bridge house. There's also the church and the pier and stuff, so it's pretty cool. So we took a nice little stroll around Ambleside, seeing places like the Bridge House, St Mary's Parish Church and the main Ambleside Pier as well. We couldn't actually go inside many places because most of them were shut, but it was still a really nice walk around. It's a really nice place. We also seen our first classic car of the trip as well, which happened to be this Morris Minor under a cover. And after that we pretty much got back to the car and headed back towards Scotland.
Most great road trips lead to places like Monaco or the Nürburgring, but we only went a few hours down the road, and it shows you don't need to go far to have a great time. As long as you've got some good company and even half a plan in mind, you too can have an amazing experience like something we had. So to any who's watching out there, go on that road trip or go on that camping trip and make some memories that will last a lifetime.
Well, after a little walk around Ambleside and all the little other towns in the Lake District, we have made it back to Scotland, or the Scotland sign anyway. But that pretty much brings us to the end of our road trip. It has been an absolute blast, and I cannot fault the little MX-5. This literally cost £1,350, which is mental. So it shows that you don't need a big fancy car to do an amazing road trip. I also had an amazing partner with me on the road trip, Amy. Do you have a good time as well?
Yeah.
I had so much fun with you as well. Thank you for coming.
That's okay.
But yeah. But back to the MX-5, I cannot fault it at all. It has been absolutely brilliant. The fuel's been really good. We're still sitting at about half a tank, and that's us back to Scotland as well. The roof's been pretty good as well. It's held most of the water out. The only water that's came in is around my little window sill, but that's not part of the roof. The camping was brilliant, the campsite was brilliant, the views were amazing, the roads were amazing as well, and it was just an amazing trip all round. So if you have a little bit of free time and you want to go and do something, go and do a little road trip. It doesn't have to be to the Lake District, it could be anywhere, even 5 minutes down the road. Just go and have a bit of fun, because it doesn't cost much. You don't need to go and buy a £1,500 car either, but this was just a wee additive to it. But I've had a lot of fun. I can't wait to do something like this again. But I've had an absolute blast in this, and it's been good having Amy here as well. So thank you all very, very much for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you've enjoyed this little series. Thank you for watching. Please like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new or you watch my videos and you're not subscribed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.